up, what up? Of course, it's me, your boy Richie Rich at Consumer Appliance Report. Man, you know we review appliances. Today we're going to talk about the front load wash machine door boot seal. I'm going to show you guys how to install it. It's not a difficult thing to do. Hopefully I could do this in less than 30 minutes. It shouldn't be that long. So we're just going to let this video roll. We got the introduction that's showing right now to this video. And again, if you have any questions, man, you can always email me and respond back to the video in the comments. Let us know what you think. And don't forget, like, subscribe, and share. Alright, so again, it's a front load washing machine. Customer complaint is that it's leaking water. So what we're going to do is remove the top panel first. And you normally have about 3 screws in the back, depending on how much space you might have. We use a ratchet set to really get behind there, because again, it's a limited amount of space. And then you can see the gasket that you see there as well. We normally remove that spring with like a flathead screwdriver. You don't really have to be careful on the older unit, but one of the things that we do suggest doing when you're replacing the new one, you want to be careful with it, with using anything that's like a flathead or screwdriver, so you don't puncture a hole in it. Always get the model number and the serial number so that you can get the correct part number, and just match it up with the part that you have to make sure that everything is in alignment before you take it apart. Alright, for this particular unit, we had to remove this 4 screws at the bottom there as well. Add some screws up top. We have the door latch that we needed to replace. So these are things that we had to show you. You gotta replace that control panel. So first we remove the soap dispenser, and you got a couple screws that you want to remove. This is the control panel. Once you already remove the soap dispenser, again, be careful, it is plastic, so you don't really want to go too hard on the plastic, because you can break it, and if it breaks it, it doesn't secure the control panel very well. Alright, so just take your time in doing that. Alright, so we removed both the screws. You can use a torque bit screw or a 1/4 inch nut driver, but that might be something a little bit bigger than that. Again, removing a couple of the torque screws from the soap dispenser. And when you're inserting it, again, be careful, it's plastic. Plastic tends to break, so you don't really want to wear it out. Alright, and after you remove the screws from the soap dispenser, from the control panel, you have the wire harness. Alright, so you just want to be careful as you pull against it. Alright, because again, you don't want to damage it. You can see everything is integrated inside the control panel, and there's not much you can really do with this other than just replacing the whole entire thing. Alright, so that's the side that we live in. Alright, so you unplug the wire harness, disconnect the control panel. Then this is when we go to the door latch. We've already replaced the clamp. Alright, so in a door latch, again, you want to be careful with that as well. It does have wire harnesses on it. Again, remember to unplug the unit and be careful when you're disconnecting things. You can always take pictures and photos so you know exactly how everything goes back, especially if you're not comfortable or you're not photogenic, that you remember things, you know, photographic memory. But either way, you have about 3 screws, one in the middle, one on the left, and one on the right. 5/16 5/16 drive motor, 1/4 inch nut driver, 5/16 nut driver that you remove to remove that screw. And again, remember to, you know, remove the gasket, and then you just lift the door up and it comes out. Alright, so this is basically what it looks like inside the washing machine when the door is removed. Not really much, just the drain pump, suspensions, a couple wire harnesses. This particular unit does not have an access panel for you to get to the drain pump, so unfortunately you do have to remove the whole entire door. If you have issues with it not draining properly, you got to replace the motor. And this is why most of the time customers call us to come out to be able to do these type of work, because it's just so difficult to get to. Alright, so when you look at this, the freeze frame that I have here, you see how the gasket is aligned with this, like it is triangle shape here. It has one on the top and one on the bottom, so you want to make sure that you align your gasket in the same exact way. Again, take pictures and photos before you remove anything, so you know exactly how it goes back. Alright, before you can do that, you do have a gasket that's in the back. Right, and you have another clamp that you got to remove. Alright, to me this is really close. I really don't like the gasket or the clamp there. So what I would do is, typically I'll just remove the clamp, and then when I'm installing it, I put it somewhere else where it gives me more access to it. Alright, again, when you're removing the screw, take your time. Don't remove the screw all the way out, but just loosen it where it's easy for you to just pluck that gasket off, and then pluck the clamp off, and then the gasket just come right off. Alright, so this is me already putting it back on. Alright, so again, that's not a difficult step, even though we didn't show it in the video. Again, just hit that clamp off, pull the gasket off, and now you're able to see how to put that gasket on. You got to be able to get that lip, flip it over. Again, remember to match up the triangles on both ends, one on the top and one on the bottom. Alright, the one on the top is a little bit smaller than the one at the bottom, but you want to be able to line everything up. And as you line it up, again, you want to make sure that the gasket is over the tub on the inside as well. So I'm going to show you that real quick so you can see that. See how I'm pushing it over there? That's how it's supposed to look. It's supposed to go on the inside of it just like that, where it's fresh, connected and everything, and you're good to go. Alright, so outside of that, that's it. Key important parts here, matching up these 5 holes. Again, if these holes are not matched up, the water is just going to sit right there in the middle, and that can cause your washing machine to leak. So you just want to be careful. Again, you want to make sure that it's lined up properly. Alright, so you're able to see how it's inside. I spin the tub, check it out, make sure everything is good. Alright, it's inside the whole entire tub. That's basically how it looks when it's in properly. Let me see what else we got going on here. Alright, so I am putting on the clamp, which is the inner clamp of the wash machine. Again, you want to loosen it. I'm doing it a little bit more difficult step. Again, you want to be careful with the new gasket. As soon as you puncture the hole in the gasket, it is over. You got to reorder the part. So just take your time, loosen that screw. I probably could have loosened it a little bit more just to give me a little bit more leeway on it, so it's a lot easier. But again, I'm used to doing it. I've been doing it for a while, so I know how to feel for things, how to mechanically put it in without damaging it. Because that's not what I'm trying to do there. Alright, but you can see that I put on the right side, right? Make it a lot easier for me to insert the screw, make it tighter. And typically once I do that and I tighten it to make sure that everything is good, I'll pull against it some just to check, just to make sure that it's tight. Alright, so that's the key component there, making sure that everything is secured, make sure everything is tight so it does not leak. Alright, so that's the most important part. When the customer is using it and running it, you don't want it to leak water on the floor. Alright, so you just tighten it real tight so you can't go anymore. And then again, once you finish, I pull against it. Alright, just to make sure. Make sure it's hard, make sure it's not coming off, and I'm good. Alright, outside of that, putting the door on. Right, you can see the imprint on the screw on that side, so you put the 3 screws in up top to secure it. You can also put the screws in at the bottom as well to secure it and make sure that it's tight, make sure that it's good. That's always a good thing to do there. Make sure that the screws are on properly and tight. Alright, and you can see the screws at the bottom. Alright, so again, this was on the pedestal, and the pedestal didn't even match up. So when you do that, it's, you know, again, we're limited on space and how we have access to it, but we were able to do it, install it, and get it right, get it going for the customer, and she was happy. So that's all that matters. Alright, again, reinserting the screws. Always remember to plug in the wire harness into the door latch so that the door latch is secured and everything is on tight. So this is where you need a drill. We didn't use a drill. We're just using the, again, be careful with the drill, with the plastics. You don't want to damage the plastic or anything else. Alright, so this is me just putting on the front part of the gasket. Again, it's not a difficult thing to do. Just take your time. It's not hard. Anybody could actually do it. So this is why I'm just walking you guys through it to help you be able to put it in. You do have a tool that you can purchase when you're trying to put the front gasket on, or the front clamp on, because the clamp could be difficult to put on. You don't want to really scratch the surface of the wash machine. You can scratch the front, damage it, especially if it's like a blue or red color machine. Alright, so these are the things that you want to consider. If it's your machine, then of course you know it could be hard. Like, look at this. Look at that. I'm taking my time. Bam, miss. So right, so me missing like that could have just scratched up the whole entire machine. Alright, so again, I've been doing it for a minute, but it does not matter because I've been doing it for a minute. I've scratched a couple, but they were older machines, so it really didn't matter. But when you got a new machine and there's no scratches on it, you just got to be careful because you want to make sure that the customer is satisfied with the job that you're doing. Alright, so Again, I can show you guys or put a picture of the actual part that I'm talking about that you can use to help you put that clamp on. Alright, so once we put that on, everything is in, everything looks good. Closing the door. Now it's time to put the control panel back on. Insert the screws there. You got about 3 or 4 tabs that you need to put in to make sure that they're secured, and they go inside the hole. And then you put the actual screws back in to support the soap dispenser and to support the control panel to make sure that it's secured and tight so it's not moving all over the place as the machine is operating. Alright, so you can see, looking at it right there. So we're just gonna make sure all the screws and stuff are inserted properly. So take your time, insert the screws, get it in. Alright, so we put the screws in. I'm gonna just go through this video real quick because we're just about finished there. Once everything is inserted, we put the soap dispenser back in. Again, you can leave the soap dispenser out a little bit just to create some type of fresh air inside the machine. You want to leave the door open. Again, before you start any repairs, unplug the machine. So we're plugging it back in to check it, make sure everything works. And we're just going to start it up, man, and just to make sure that everything is working on it. Then you could at least put it on a start cycle, let it wash a little bit, making sure that the water is hitting on the door and that it's not causing the machine to leak any more water. Alright, so you hold a button, start up, and boom, machine is working properly, no issues, no problems. I do want to show you guys this last little tidbit. If you want to know if your gasket is leaking water, sometimes it is obvious that you're able to see where water is on the floor, and every time you use it, it's leaking and the water is dripping from the door. Sometimes it's not obvious, but you can see the stains on the front panel of the wash machine. Typically that normally means is a sign that it is leaking water. Alright, so just keep that in mind as you operate the machine, and just look out for any signs or issues. But if you have any questions, you already know, man, hit your boy up. I'm Richie Rich at Consumer Appliance Report. You help me, I help you, we help each other. Till next time, man, I'm out. Don't forget, like, share, and subscribe to the channel. I'm out. Peace.